Alright, hello everybody, we're going to record this video again. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit shorter. The title of this video is going to be Your AR-15 is fucking stupid, and I'm here to tell you why. I'm not an expert. Hi, my name is Forrest, and I'm tired. I don't have any experience. I barely have built any guns. Oh, I don't know, a few. I do a lot of 3D printing. Yeah. I think there's too many over-validated voices in this community, and not enough of them represent the average everyday man who doesn't have $3 grand to spend on a rifle. So, here's why your AR-15 is stupid. We've talked about, if you know me at all, you know that I hate every other platform except for the AR-15, and I like the Glock a fair bit. Probably the best handgun out there, just simply because of the economy and scale situation, but mechanically it's probably not the best. I don't know. But let's talk about, so the AR-15 is the best, let's talk about why your AR-15 is stupid. This video has been done before by people, but I'm going to try to keep it brief for the newbies and the people who just like watching me. If you have one AR-15, odds are that's your gun, you have set up, you like the way that gun's set up. Right, but and everybody who has their first AR-15, they genuinely make a gun that's kind of fun and up their alley and what they like. Occasionally, you have a guy try to make their first AR-15 real special. We'll get to that. But typically, the people who fall victim to this are the people who have the second and third, and after that, people who build AR-15s. And what I'm trying to get you guys away from is building that third, fourth, fifth rifle out, or the second, third, fourth rifle out to be the IAR, the DMR roll, a CQB King rifle, maybe a flare launching, a base for a flare launcher or something like that. If you're the gun guy in your group and the people around you aren't very close to you and they don't have the same or the same or adequate amounts of firepower, do what you want with your money. But like the wisest choice would be to have, before you go building these specialist rifles, like things for doing a specific job, the better role would be to make a rifle that can do most anything pretty well. Without being a general make a general purpose rifle. Don't make a do everything rifle. And the people who fall victim to the do everything rifle, it's typically their first gun, or it's their only gun, only AR. And they make a gun, they throw a heavy barrel 16-inch. I've been guilty of doing this on a gun, and a heavy full-size handguard, and 1-6 or 2-10, and bipods, and flashlights, slings, and flip-up irons and everything. You don't need that. You don't need that to do everything, 90% of everything. 90% of everything for the civilian market, and I'm not the one, my buddy mentioned this, we share a name, said that, 90% of everybody in America could probably mostly get the job done with a CQB King rifle. That would be a kinda do most anything gun, right? But I don't think that quite is true. I think there's that need for magnification. A magnifier will probably get the job done for you, and it's a lot lighter of a system because you can remove that, right? These are things to consider. If you've got the fifth system set up, if it's your fifth rifle, you've got unlimited money, you've got all the time to feed it ammunition and money, yeah, go for it. If your buddies are all adequately armed, and you're planning on maneuvering together if the world goes to shit, or at protests where, one of you gets hurt, you all get each other out, okay. And you should be going to protests armed. And you should be protesting. Is it good legal advice? No. Is it good moral advice? I believe it is. Stop making guns do everything, and stop making guns only do one thing. The general purpose receiver system is a great go-to. A recce rifle, damn close to it. Okay? People have different ideas of what a recce rifle is. People have different ideas of what a general purpose receiver is. general purpose rifle. What you need, it could be when you do make your next gun, give it shades of gray, instead of pink, purple, green, blue, yellow, red. It's now gray with a shade of green to it, gray with a shade of CQB to it. It's an 11.5, but you're running, instead of, just a holographic, you've also got the ability to throw a magnifier on there, right? That could be really leaning towards CQB, right? Or it could be, where a bad example of this would be trying to do a 10.5 or a 7.5, right? Or a 4.5. This is why I say avoid PCCs. They are maybe really good in CQB, but really bad at distance. A bad example would be something like that, right? With no ability to run a magnifier and no backup irons in case shit goes down, or whatever, right? You're instead of running an IAR, maybe throw a heavy barrel on a 16-inch barrel, a heavy M16, heavy 16-inch barrel on your gun, and run, but continue to run something that gives you the ability to take up that extra range you're getting with a 16-inch barrel. But yeah, balance the system out. There's no need for you to invest in, if this is still your second, third, fourth rifle, and everybody around you isn't as adequately armed as you, maybe you need to be more prepared to arm them, and so your systems need to be closer to each other than further apart. Yeah, that's my video for today. It's kind of long-winded compared to some of the other videos I plan on making, but I'm going to keep making these, and they're not getting a lot of views, but they are conversations that I want to be able to point people to in the future. I spend hours talking to people on the phone, having these exact subjects, and they could be a whole lot shorter if it's a 6-minute video than me talking to somebody for 3 hours. So, yeah.